Well, good evening. Welcome to another edition of Bedtime Stories with me, Pastor Michelle. Today is July 27th, and our story of the day is from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and it is called Home, Sweet Home. So let's hear it. As the sun rose above the Seven Dwarfs' cottage, Snow White was already thinking about what to make for supper that evening. She had arrived at the cottage not long before after her evil stepmother, the Queen, had driven Snow White from the palace. Luckily, a group of helpful woodland creatures had befriended Snow White and led her to the dwarf's little cottage. Now, for the first time in a long time, she felt safe and happy. "Perhaps we'll have gooseberry pie for supper tonight," she told her animal friends as they cleaned the cottage. When they had finished, they left the cottage and headed to the forest to pick berries, with all her friends helping. Snow White quickly filled her berry basket. "How different life has become," she said to her friends. "I don't miss the grand castle at all. I love living in this funny little cottage. A home doesn't need to be grand to be a happy one. Remember that." The animals exchanged looks with one another, then they began tugging at her skirt to pull her to her feet. "What is it, dears?" she asked them. "Oh, do you want to show me where all of you live? I would love to see," she said, delightedly. Two bluebirds were first. Twittering excitedly, they fluttered around their nest, which had been built in a little nook of a nearby tree. "What a lovely nest!" cried Snow White. The birds looked pleased. The fawns were next. Pulling at her skirt, they brought Snow White to a sun-dappled clearing in a warm glade. "How cozy!" exclaimed Snow White. The fawns flicked their tails happily. Next, the chipmunks and squirrels showed her the hollow in an old tree where they lived. "You all have such pretty little homes," said Snow White as they made their way back to the dwarf's cottage. "Thank you for showing them to me. We're all lucky to live where we do, aren't we?" she said, with a smile. And with that, she skipped the rest of the way back to the cottage to start preparing her pie. She could hardly wait until the dwarfs got home. What a wonderful story about home. Home is where you make it, right? So God bless you all.